actions. And then every step you make will be one of those 3 actions, and so then you're good. Like, that's it. A walk is a movement with the intent to do another movement. Walk, 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 walk. A step, like if we went upstairs, we would be moving from my left hip to my right hip, to my left hip to my right hip. So it's a step with no intent to move again until we're finished moving into the hip. And a triple being a partial weight change. All right, a full weight change is a rock step, where I put weight in the foot and I move my center. In West Coast swing, we don't do those. We do triples. So we do partial weight changes. So we push into the ground using that leg, maintaining a forward position. So it's like this energy says, no, you can't come to me. Instead of throwing it and accepting it, this foot goes, no, no. So those are our triples. We've got a left triple, and we got our right triple. All of these actions I practice on a regular, individually, not together. Patterns are those put together. Those are entirely different practices. The last thing I'll say is in our back walk, most of the time, ladies, when we step back, we straighten that leg. I'm standing on my right leg and gravity is taking effect, so my right leg is shorter than my left leg right now, because compression is happening. So when I move away and back, I need to peel my foot off the floor, which means just release that knee, because then this leg can slide and track underneath you, and you can maintain 2-foot contact on the floor and not do those back falling steps. All right? So we talked about how the feet peel as we move off the floor. So it peeled off the floor and moved and rolled in, peeled and rolled in, peeled and rolled in. All right? So those are our 3 actions. Whether you're a leader or follower, it's the same. So our sugar push as a guy, triple step, left track, left hip, right track, right hip. Now I'm not saying over there. I'm just simply making sure I'm on my left hip, I'm on my right hip, triple left hip, triple right hip. I talked about our ending as a lead. We need to try to make sure we keep this angle, because she's got the angle, and that will you'll end up chasing her on 5 and 6 if you don't put yourself like in a tug-of-war position. We're not playing tug-of-war, but if we create that angle, I don't have to stop. I don't have to worry about it, because I'm there. I've got a resisting leg, so when she pulls on me, I'm good. All right. So that is what we went over for the ladies, and then ladies forward, create that angle. We use that angle. It comes in, it flips. We create the angle. We maintain the angle. We use the angle. Come in. It flips, use the angle, keep come in, it flips. So you'll notice how I move from hip to hip with everything. I don't go from one spot to another spot. I'm always passing by the hip that just moved. All right? Gives me better balance. Okay, so the pattern we did today was our whip. So we started off with our basic whip. Walk, step, triple step, walk, step, triple step. And we decide to count things, not with numbers, because numbers mean absolutely nothing to our brain, but descriptive terms. Terms our brain goes, oh, I know what a walk is. I can do that. All right? Walk, step, triple step, walk, step, triple step. And lead, you'll see how on the second half, walk, step, triple step, I walk that way. I'm not pushing her that way. A lot of you, when I got here, y'all were getting here, and y'all were trying to turn and push her that way. You're in the way. That's the reason she won't go. So we've got to make sure we move that right shoulder out of the way so she has a path to come through. Talk to the followers about how there's really 3 rails that you're following in a whip. A, B, C. So here I am in A, and I step forward. That's middle rail, and he stops his side, which causes my hips to rotate. Boom, there's my 2, 3, and 4. See the hips rotate again. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Walk, step, triple step, and walk, step, triple step. All right, so it's very easy to keep track of it. Every other word is step. Step is a settle. Step is a I'm balancing myself. It'll keep everything so much easier. All right, so now the next thing we did, we went ahead and added on to that. Instead of it being a closed whip, we did a hand change and an open whip, and added an outside turn to begin with. So I created a stop, and I can see that shoulder start swinging in, or her foot swinging in. When I feel this and I see this, that is when I decide to do a hand change. All right? I'm not doing that. All right? So change, and see she drifts into it and kind of moves me around. I will do a triple there. As I step across, I'm not pulling the hand to me. I'm letting it go across the track, getting it in an outside turn position, so then she can come around. Followed, we talked about all outside turns have centripetal force, and when you get to where your back is to him, the free shoulder will fight, because you want to end with it back, not forward. So we went 1, 2, 3, and 4. So here it is. You can see she's holding that side back. That way when she comes in, it's an easy settling action. It's not a, oh wait, I overdid it. All right? Our last two things we added on where she comes in and we go into walks. This hand, she rolls into it. I let go with that hand and we'll walk. Get that hand forward so she can bounce off of it. And then inside turn some sort, free spin some sort. If she ends, like, say like she comes there and she doesn't do it, she grabs the other hand. Well, then you got to do something you know from this hand. All right? I can't have a plan after a plan after a plan. She is a variable. Variables are unknowns, so we've got to be prepared for that unknown. You can't just always think, I know what's coming. All right, so the last thing that we didn't do was the extra little turn. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So when she comes in here, boom, when this hand comes out, I don't let go of either. I bring it through to here, and I give it a little nudge, because it's close to her. It's not way out here, it's here. And I give it a little nudge. And as soon as I give that nudge to get her to turn, I move it to the shoulder. And turn her around. And I kind of slingshot around her. I do like this orbiting thing around her. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here we are. Ooh. Boom. I jazz box around her. All right. Cross in front, cross behind, cross in front, cross behind. Depending on her spacing, you'll determine is it front is comfortable or behind is comfortable. I can't tell you, because if she's too close to you, you'll go behind. If she's too far from you, you'll go in front. But that's all it is once you go, jazz box around her and move through. All right? For my ladies, it's just a little pivot in place. Here we are. So boom, there she is. And this gives a little nudge. And so you spin on that right foot, which he gets you stopped on that foot. It turns you. And then you're like, oh.
It happens so fast. You're not even thinking about your feet.
Yeah, just keep them moving. Walk, walk, triple step, triple step. Y'all did an amazing job. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have a request, I'm more than happy to play. If I have it on